The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sherapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. I covered.
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sherapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
You know, it's one of those shows where you crack your knuckles and you just get ready to go. You know, your dad used to do that whenever he was really going to come after you. He'd crack the knuckles. What's up, Brigade? It is time for another episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sherapan, the book, Matt Perrault, the Bostonian. We are live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the book. We are live on Twitter at Boston versus the book and replayed on Sports Grid TV and Sirius XM nationwide for the Pirates to get swept by the Red Sox.
It's not at the beginning. That wasn't supposed to be at the top of this rundown.
Top of the show, we're coming out to talk about this. A sweep. Not one, not two, not three, but 3 wins.
I think that's how many runs the Pirates scored all weekend. Actually, it was 4. 1.
Sweep.
1. 2.
Out.
Terrible. I didn't see that one coming. But, it's just
Yes,
sweep.
you did, 'cause you're wearing the full Red Sox stuff.
I have a full uniform on.
You do.
For those of you that can't see below the waist, but I have a full, complete uniform on. I do. I said, all right, I gotta just own up. This is part of being the book. This is part of, you take your lumps.
You do.
I mean, every favorite one, every single favorite one in the playoffs. The book's going like, please, can we get a dog? Not your dog. That dog at your house. I don't want that dog.
No,
I don't want that dog. So, yeah, you're right, Nikki. I am a man of my word. You can bet over on number of Red Sox hats you will see today on the show.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
I got every one, and I was out looking for more today. I said, I gotta pay this off. I said that they were going to win 2 out of 3. I thought the Buccos were going to win 2 out of 3, win the series. They didn't win 1.
I agree with you. I thought they would win 2 out of 3. Their offense went silent. Red Sox pitching has been, shocking in some ways.
Yeah.
They can't field. They can't really hit, but they can pitch, which might be good enough for them to go over 76.5 wins, which is all I need them to do. So,
right.
Just pitch decent, be a 500 baseball team and beat up on teams that you're better than on paper. And, you're going to lose to every team in the AL East. You're going to take your lumps when the Blue Jays, Orioles, Yankees, and Rays. You're going to have a losing record against all of them. So beat up on anybody else you can because you're going to need to pad the wins because it's going to be a tough time in the division. So it is NFL draft week. Dave hates this week. As FYI, the book is despising everything and anything.
Put on my dark glasses for this portion of the show. Go ahead, sir. Continue.
We are going to try to avoid rumor mill talk as much as possible.
We are.
Dave hates it. Okay.
That's good. We're going to avoid the rumor mill. That's great.
You hate it. It is lying season on lying season. When something actually happens that will move a number, like the Patriots trade the 3rd pick in the draft, which is the big rumor this morning, is that everyone's talking. The Patriots are looking to move out and Jonathan Kraft is driving the boat. Not the new GM, not the new coach. The son of the owner is the one fielding the calls about what to do with the 3rd pick in the draft. Don't like that, but like I said, the Patriots are the new Dallas Cowboys, and so ownership's going to meddle with everything, unfortunately. So we'll see how that unfolds. What happens at number 2? Are they taking Jaden Daniels? Yes or no? If it comes out that yes, he is the pick, and it comes out the Commanders say he's the pick, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, there are other shows you can go and talk to and hear from when they talk about the rumor mills and what if and that and other. We tend to talk about things that are actually happening on the field and things that are actionable from a betting standpoint. Betting rumor mills, this is the silly season. Be careful, guys. We've seen massive swings in numbers because nobody really knows. Am I wrong about that, Dave? No one really knows, right?
I don't think so. Some people will tell you they do, but the draft stuff is like a good week for vacation. I talked to Dewey yesterday about he said, Pirates going to win today? Are they going to get swept?
This is what we'll talk about. We'll talk about this. Zach Wilson's been traded to the Broncos. That's being reported multiple times, multiple places.
Traded to the Broncos?
Zach Wilson is gone. He is now the backup quarterback in Denver.
Really?
Ian Rappaport is reporting this. Yep. So I don't hate that move. That's not going to move any numbers for Denver, right?
Move it how?
Right. Down, right?
If there's a chance Zach Wilson's starting, then we better move the number. Go get some more money.
Under.
Who's going like this? Oh, the Broncos got new uniforms. These uniform releases are getting to be incredibly ridiculous. If Zach Wilson's going to be the starting quarterback of the Broncos, they're going to be the last place team in the division.
Zach Wilson, Jared Stidham, and Ben DiNucci. That is your 3 quarterbacks on the Broncos.
Hold on. Say that again for the people that may have missed that.
Zach Wilson. Jared Stidham.
Okay.
And Ben DiNucci.
Wow. Okay.
Those are your 3 quarterbacks in the room at the moment for the Denver Broncos. Yikes. Man, they might be Colorado Rocky bad. Uh-oh. I mean, they have no cap space. I mean, I guess maybe he goes there and resurrects his career, but yee. Okay. It's for pick 207. For pick 256. They're swapping picks, and Zach Wilson is going to the Broncos. So what is that? Round 6? So it's a 6-round pick for a number 2 overall
pick.
32
picks in a draft, 32 picks in a round. So 300 would be the 5th round.
Okay. So it's 4th round pick.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Wow. What are we doing?
Yikes. So there's your breaking news. Those are things we will talk about during the week. When the actual news breaks, it's reported, it could be interesting or worthwhile. Yes. We're not going to talk about whether or not, the first pick might actually be for sale now. Oh no, man, they might pass on Caleb Williams. Blah, blah, blah. No. Okay. Only stuff we're going to talk about. Remember, any games you guys want us to talk about, Super Chats are always available during bonus time. If you're on our YouTube channel, it's a little right-hand corner or left-hand corner button. You can hit it, request a topic, question, whatever you may have. We'll try to get to it. There are, you guys are doing an incredible job with our new YouTube, with our new website. www.thebvbshow.com.
Yep.
There is a place you can fill out to email the show and send us a direct message.
Yep.
We got 5 over the weekend. Weekend high. Never had 5 before. One of you guys wrote an absolute, I don't know how many characters or words you wrote, but it was a book. It was just like a soliloquy of like, what am I reading? This is really long, but it's awesome. That's where you guys can go and do that. So Super Chats are always available, and you can email as well off the website at www.thebvbshow.com. Okay. What happened this weekend? Are you worried at all about your Pirates? They got swept in back-to-back series.
And it's April. I'm worried about anything. I was more worried about what am I going to wear today on this show? Because
you're not worried, huh?
It's nonsense.
Not even a little?
But no, I mean,
on the road. The Red Sox went into Pittsburgh and swept you on the road.
They did. They pitched good.
They pitched really good. They pitched really good.
If you pitch good, you can win anywhere. Here, there.
New York.
Fenway.
Rainmaker. Oh, no.
Pirates are cooked. I mean, Lou was there on Friday.
Yeah.
He sent the gift. It was outstanding. He sent that gift that said, "We suck again."
From
I don't know. Like, I don't want to. Listen. I'm watching the playoff hockey all weekend going, man, it'd be fun to be in the playoffs. Penguins haven't been in the playoffs. Like, it'd be fun to be in the playoffs in baseball again. Just be in. Just be close. Like, and I'm already going, nah, I don't know. I saw Chef Iggy this morning. I was driving by the joint. He happened to get out of the car. It's the universe working. He's like, "Did you see the Cubs?" I'm like, here we go. He goes, rough weekend at home against the Red Sox, huh? And I go, yeah, I know. I got to go do the show. He said, did Matt say anything to you? I'm like, did Matt say anything to me?
Jeff Fenny.
Well,
you read John Henry
owns the Penguins, and apparently the Red Sox own the Pirates. See, this. I love this show. This is great. This is great. Keep them coming, boys. This is the entertaining part of the show. Yeah. This is the, Red Sox jacking up and down portion of the show. Okay, and to besmirch the Pirates, all earned. They were 11-2. They're 11-11.
Ouch! They've lost 9 straight games.
6 straight. 8 of the last 9.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was 10-2. Now 11-11. Not good. It's not.
So
good.
the Celtics go and look actually bad and win by 20. They allowed Miami back in the game. They got outscored in the fourth quarter, like 30-12 at one point. Still won by 20.
Did you send me the Scalabrine soundbite with the end of the game? The guy kind of taking out Tatum.
I did not, but I was saying probably everything that Scalabrine was saying. I mean, that was horrific.
That was dirty.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's claiming he's not a dirty player. I was like, he may not be a dirty player. It's a dirty play. Game's over. You hip check the guy going up for a rebound. Like, what I loved was Jason Tatum getting up, being like,
right up.
We're good, man. That was a message. I like that a lot. That sends a big message. Because in the regular season, maybe you milk that, right? Maybe you roll around a bit. You get the referees to call a T to throw them out of the game. In the playoffs, we're playing for much bigger than anything you can do. We're here for 4 wins and getting rid of you guys, and we're moving on to something else.
I didn't watch 1 second of that game. I only
did.
saw the highlights because it was never in doubt. I don't think it's going to be in doubt. What are they going to do? They're going to go lose a game in Miami? Maybe. They ain't losing a game in Boston. So,
the only thing that scares me is how quickly the TNT guys were just like, well, Boston's going to sweep this series. Like, it's not even like, no one's even giving Miami a chance to win a game.
Saying that?
Everyone sweep. It's like, really? That quick, huh? It's like, well, it's a total mismatch. They have no size. They can't handle Porzingis. There's wide open
that are here right now, something to vote on.
Okay.
Is this series a sweep? Yes or no? We got people watching the show all over here. Guys, if you're watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that business. Thank you again. Send an email to askthebbb@gmail.com. Go on and get in the Discord. If you're coming to town, I'll come down and meet you if we can. B-Roll's running around doing a lot of other stuff. Sometimes he can't make it out, but if I can, I will. Boston sweeps the Heat. Vote right now. There, I just voted. We're going to get an overwhelming yes. Will that make you nervous?
No.
If the brigade votes yes?
No.
I'm going 75% will say yes.
I think they lose a game. I think that Eric Spoelstra's a really good coach. Boston will have one of those games. I mean, look, they fall asleep in the fourth quarter. That's how they let Miami back in the game. They were up by 20 in the first quarter. It was over. And then in the fourth quarter, it got not tense, but it was like, they're only down by 9. Okay, it's a little interesting. Will they cover? I mean, that number, that 14 number,
good number,
was bang, 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 bang. And then Martin did the takeout of Tatum and everything changed. Then Boston, won by 20. But at that moment,
Miami was probably going to cover.
I agree. It was right on that number.
Yeah.
It was possession, no possession, possession, no possession. It was going back and forth in terms of like how it was with the number of cover, no cover. And then Martin just took out Tatum, got 2 free throws, and Boston just said, okay, fine, we're going to win the game by 20. They got annoyed, and they won the game by 20.
Onler in the chat, Joel just came in and said Boston could win that series with backups with Butler out.
Fair.
Butchie says not going to be a sweep. Deuces, Butchie. I see you working.
I tend to agree.
Doing down there?
He said no. I tend to agree that Boston will lose a game because they won't shoot well in a game and lose a game.
Does it mean anything to the team to do the Moses Malone faux? Like just win 4. Do you think anybody goes into the postseason when they're that dominant and go, we should not lose a game to this team. Let's get this series done quick.
We don't normally put super chats up during the show, but this is good. This is a good question from Benny. How many losses do they have before the finals? Over or under 6.5?
Well, probably won this series, max. Won this. Well, who do they play next?
Pacers or the Bucks?
No, they played a 4-5. Right?
Yeah.
Because they're to 1. The Bucks and Pacers are 2 or 3-6, right? So
I thought they played. Okay, hold on. Because they can't play until the NBA. They can't play the bottom of it until.
They play Cleveland or Orlando.
Yeah. Thank you, Cleveland, Orlando. Yeah,
Right.
that's a 4-1. Yeah, and then they
look good.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not worried about Cleveland.
You're not worried about Cleveland.
No, I'm not worried about Cleveland. Thank you, Cavs Orlando. Thank you, Rainmaker. Yeah. NBA champ to be undefeated was plus 10,000 before the series began.
Well, they're not. I mean, they're going to lose in the finals.
Yeah, no.
They're going to lose games,
right? Do I think Boston's going to sweep all 3 Eastern Conference series? No, I do not. That would be stunning. Do I think they're going to lose 7 games on the way to the finals? No, I do not. I would go under on that 6.5 number. 1-1.
Is that a bet, Chef B? That's
1-1-3. I think it's 5. 1-1-3.
1-1-3.
Yeah.
Oh, if they play Cleveland, they could lose 2. They could actually be pushed to 7 games against Cleveland.
I don't see 7 against Cleveland. I just don't. No, I don't. I see 6 max. Okay. I mean, Cavs are live. Tell me why Cavs are live. Who's guarding Porzingis? Who's guarding Derek White? Their wing players are not going to be able to handle either Jalen or Jason. Let's see what's Boston's record during the regular season against Cleveland. This would be great.
And find that out. That's interesting. Early votes are coming in so far on the sweep. 62% so far have voted yes.
So on March the 5th, when it didn't matter and Boston was already clinched and it didn't matter, Cleveland won.
They didn't clinch yet.
Oh, it pretty much is dead. It was already dead. It was on their way. 105-104, a 1-point win for Cleveland. And Boston won. Boston won the other two meetings, 116-107 and 120-113. Boston won both games in Cleveland. Cleveland beat Boston in Boston in the one game in Boston.
Did Mitchell play any of those games?
On March the 5th, Mitchell did not play in that game.
See, that's what I mean. Like all that stuff is well and good. It's totally. I don't.
December 14th, he did play and scored 31 points in the loss.
Okay.
And in the first matchup, Mitchell played and scored 29 points in the loss. So they won without him and lost both times with him. So, I mean, the numbers are overwhelming on Boston. I mean, overwhelming every stat. I mean, more points per game. More rebounds.
Price on them to win the Eastern Conference?
Was it now? It was minus 200 right before.
It was like 250.
Yeah. Okay. So it went up a little bit. Regular season doesn't matter.
They're like,
that's
who
fine.
Lays that? I'm like, nobody's coming in to lay that other than a bad guy.
Yeah.
Who goes, nobody's beaten him 4 games in a series in the East.
I mean, to say that Boston, the regular season doesn't mean anything would mean that the books are way off on the pricing of the Celtics, because Boston was the best team in the East all year. They're the best team now, and they're the overwhelming favorite to win the East. So I can't say the regular season means nothing. So you could say like the Bucks would be the example of the other side, saying, well, Boston, the Pacers weren't ready for playoff basketball, and the Bucks were. That's possible, but that's still going to be a very interesting series in my mind. I don't think that's going to be, a complete and total like 4-0 Bucks sweep over the Pacers. In fact, I think Indiana wins game 2, to be quite honest. But the other game, I mean, Toronto just has to be going, what happens if we lose tonight? Like, what happens? They got crushed.
What do you mean what happens? Nothing happens. The home
got
team
pushed around.
in the game.
They got smacked. Toronto's papers, front page of the papers were just, it's all inevitable. Like everyone in Toronto just knows it's inevitable.
Cam was unbelievable on Friday. He was
really?
great. If you guys missed Cam Stewart, Toronto guy came on here.
Watching that, did you watch the game?
I watched the beginning. I didn't. I went to the lacrosse game.
Which team's better?
Who?
Boston or Toronto? Which team's better?
Boston.
It's not even a conversation. Like Toronto may get a game or two, but straight up head to head. And by the way, Montgomery, don't do it, man. Do not play Allmark tonight. Like just don't play Allmark tonight, please. Just play Swayman, please.
But aren't they going to stick with what they did all season? They're going to rotate, right?
I guess I hate it. I
don't know. I haven't seen confirmation.
Swayman was great. He was great.
Yeah.
Just leave him in there. Let him play. Let him play till he loses. Then play
only
Allmark.
minus 140.
Well, it was 120 in the first matchup. It was game one was 20 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Circa just got a bet on the dog. Good
on Toronto?
They're down to minus 135 now.
Okay.
First move. They're probably watching the show. The boys are all watching the show down there. They enjoy the show. Everybody likes rooting against Boston, though, P-Roll. It's fun.
Well, I mean, they win everything, of course. Why wouldn't you? You'd love to
win everything. They won this weekend. That's great. They didn't win anything yet.
Look, in terms of dominating the professional sports landscape, it's been 20 years.
The football is overwhelmingly
you could almost drink. You could almost be legally able to drink being born when this dynasty started for the city of Boston. Okay. They may not win championships every year, but they're one seeds. They win divisions. They win conference championships. They make NBA finals. They make Eastern Conference finals. They make Stanley Cup finals. I mean, just the list is, I've seen it before. It's floating around on Twitter. You can look at it. The list of championship appearances for the city of Boston in the last 20 years is ridiculous.
Oh, God.
It is absolutely
Boston portion of the show, boys.
It's just a fact. It's not even Boston portion of the show. It's just a fact. The NBA finals, Celtics have gone to multiple. They've lost them. Bruins, multiple cup finals. They've lost them, but they're playing for the championship consistently. 9 for the Patriots in 20 years. 9.
Absurd.
Like, it's just like, what? Like, it's dumb. They went 6-3. They don't win everyone, but they play for everyone. So that's why people are sick of Boston, because even when they lose, they're just in your face. Like, the city of Boston is in your face. You're like, okay, Red Sox, 4 championships. Now, they haven't lost a World Series since I was 9 years old, but they're 4-0 since. We'll see what happens going forward. But
1986, you were 9?
Yeah, I was born in 77. I was 9 years old. Same age as Madeline.
Wow. Have things turned since then?
That's the last.
Roscoe turned 67. He closed that last game. And I saw that on Baseball Be Smile. Is a Twitter account that I follow. And I earned a follow back because I love baseball so much. And
Jimmy Jack, this is such a hater-aid comment, but it's so tough
what does
for
it
you.
Say? Hold on, let me read it. Hold on.
It's
Jimmy
so
Jack,
tough for you.
Can't wait for Patriots to continue to suck. Bruins vets retire. They suck. Red Sox be cheap and suck. Grasp a hold of the Celtics. All you got.
What's really funny is that last time I checked, Pasta's not a vet that's going to retire anytime soon. Do you know who the second leading scorer in the entire NHL was? David Pastrnak is not a veteran who's going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
So Allmark and Swayman are not going anywhere anytime soon. You may see Marchand step away, but what veterans? They just lost them. Like, they just lost the veterans. I mean, Bergeron stepping away and Krejci stepping away. They just lost the veterans, and they're right back there. They're right back where they want to be right now. So, like, that's a tough look to say the Bruins are going to suck when their quote vets retire. The Patriots have a whole new regime. We'll see where they go. I mean, they've been bad for a while. I think they're going to be bad for another couple of years. But again, 6 is 6. I'm good. I told you they could lose every game the rest of my life. I don't care. I saw 6 championships. I saw 9 Super Bowls. I didn't think I'd see 1.
6.
Actually, technically, I've seen 11. I've seen 11 in my life, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've seen 11. So, I mean, they've won 6, but I've seen 11. So, Patriots and Brady lost 3, and then 86 and 95 happened, and they lost the other 2 with Parcells and Raymond Berry. So, it's insane.
With Blue Spader.
This is an awesome question. JR, what's the category? Living in Boston or Chicago? Because are we talking about for sports or for life? Because for life, before I went there 2 weekends ago, I probably would have said you're an idiot to say Chicago. Now I don't know. Chicago's a pretty cool place to live.
No question.
There's a lot of really cool things. Like, Chicago's really neat. They
don't win championships.
No. So as a sports fan, it's not even a question. You'd pick Boston.
It's fun to go to the games.
Oh, for life? Well, for life, it's a toss-up. I would say it's a pick 'em for Boston, Chicago. I wouldn't even, and I'm from there. I'm from Boston. but Chicago's really got some interesting things going on. The water really makes it different because you think it's the Midwest, and the Lake Michigan is like, it looks like an ocean.
Right.
Stand on the shore and just look out, and it's like, that's a lake. It looks like an ocean, but it's a lake. There's waves that crash. It's weird. It's wild.
Geography portion of the show. Lake looks like ocean.
It does. You just stop and go, wow, here we go. So, Matt, would I be pissed if the Pats went 17-0 for the next 10 years? I would be pissed. Why would I be pissed? You mean I'm just always bitter? I don't know. Like if they went 17-0 and lost
Boston guy, Detroit.
If they went 17-0 and lost every Super Bowl, I probably would be still angry. Yes, because I'd want championships because it's about titles. So yes, I probably would be angry as well if they wound up doing that. But okay, so over the weekend, this is crazy.
I'm trying to add up the number of championships that I've seen in my lifetime.
Played for or won?
No, the Penguins won multiple Stanley Cups.
Yep.
The Steelers have won
4.
Almost every Super Bowl they've been in my lifetime.
They lost 2, right? They're 6-2 or 5-2.
We have the same number as you.
6 and 2. Yep.
The Pirates, I was alive in 71, but I don't remember it because I was a baby. But I remember 79. So there's 2 World Series in my lifetime, and I just want to see one more.
You might.
So we're good with championships. I mean, it's fun. It's good.
You only have 3 teams, so it's more difficult.
Right, it's even harder. So
Boston's got 17 just out of the gate. They start with 17 on
there were 6 teams in the league back in the Boston Celtics era when they were winning all those championships. 81,
84, 86.
Yeah, they won them in the 80s.
How many teams? 2008. How many teams? That's 4.
2008 was good. That would be 4. Last one, right?
That would be 4.
That was 4. The last one, 2008.
Correct. Yeah, but that would be 4 championships when the league wasn't what you're talking about in terms of how many teams there were in the league.
Correct.
So there's still 4 championships. We start with Boston, 17. And if you're going to do that, you need to knock down all the Lakers championships too. So they've got 7. They've got 17. But if you're going to go ahead and run with that, I would knock off the bubble and asterisk that thing. They won a 60-game season without traveling in the playoffs.
Yeah, they did.
So that's a Fugazi championship. Dodgers win the World Series, Fugazi championship. It's what it is. It's just what it is. It's just a Fugazi championship. I mean, in 30 years, we're all going to
we besmirch every team except
we're going to go back. I swear to God, in 30 years, we're going to go back and we're all going to go, well, damn, that pandemic sucked. But how the hell are we counting that championship as actually something that's real? That's not real. Ridiculous.
I will never forget that summer. That was literally the last summer that I worked in a book, and we didn't have a clue how to make the numbers, and like there was no home court. We kept saying we were doing a show.
The hockey playoffs with hockey
playoffs
with no crowd.
Like the same thing as it was yesterday. It didn't. Nothing changed. It's 4. Well, didn't the results matter? No, they didn't travel.
No,
they went back to the hotel. There's no crowd. There's no external factors in any of this. Yeah,
hockey was the weirdest, though. Hockey was the weirdest because hockey, at least they tried to do like the Black Mirror thing where they had people's faces on avatars, like as that looked like the crowd. Hockey didn't do any of that. Hockey just said, go ahead and play. Like no crowd, just play the game. It was like watching an Olympic game when there's no crowd there between like Norway and Sweden. It was crazy.
It was one of those things. I wish I would have been able to go to a game,
right?
Just to see what that felt like, because I've been in so many rinks where the adult leagues we played in, there's nobody in the stands. You can hear every single thing, that had to be just like, for a lot of those guys that have been used to playing in front of crowds and stuff, it had to be just so different.
Oh,
hockey all day though. God, it was so much fun.
That was fun. That was very true. That was cool to have that, to have it, basically have all that just there. That was pretty cool.
It was a great way to just get away from all that other bad stuff that was going on at the time.
It was bad stuff
all day.
Bad stuff, right?
Oof.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, that was Tampa Bay, right? Who won that championship?
Yep.
That was against Montreal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Valencia was coming for you.
That was a good. Oh, that's right. That was the year when I forgot about that.
Vegas.
That's right. They beat Vegas. I forgot about that. Yeah,
it was incredible. Nobody knew who was playing who. There was Canadian division, all the Canadian.
That's
teams.
There was no. Oh, that's a definite Fugazi championship. 100%. That's Fugazi. That's the Fugazi. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
it was like a chess game crowd. Yeah, it was like show. It was so cold. It was so cold and sterile. There was no feel to it. It was completely. I remember I was pushing the odds out of my old house.
Yep.
And I would watch the games while I was on the radio.
Correct.
I would watch the games. It was like in-game live type stuff. It was super fun. I forgot that Montreal got to the Cup final in 21. Man, did they have stunk stints.
It was the highlight of the day. I'm in the risk room, in a room that used to have 6 to 8 people. There was action. There was people in the building. There was 2 of us. And half the day I was by myself. I couldn't wait for you to call me to do the show. Please.
Give me something to do. Right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Can I get a second segment, please? I got to talk to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Wow. Oh. All right. Every home team in the NBA and the NHL playoffs on Saturday and Sunday, every home team won. Is that a fluke or is there something to this?
I mean, game ones, they do that, right? Like more often than not. More often than not, that's what happens. It's rare when one team goes into the other one's building and wins a game one. So I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm figure 1 to lose.
8-0 in the NBA. And then what? It was 6-0 in the NHL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a couple of the games were not close. And a couple of the games were complete like shockers. The Mavericks getting absolutely de-pantsed by the Clippers. That game was over in the first quarter. That closed at 4.5, that number. When Kawhi got ruled out, that number spiked to 4.5 for the Mavericks. They were down 30 in that game at one point, I believe.
You know who I heard from over the weekend because of that?
Oh, yeah. Of course. The
lip
must have been all over it.
I said, where you been? I mean, he's been out watching the golf, so he's been back east. Yeah. He went from the Masters right up to Harbor Town.
Nice.
And stuff. So he said, did you see that you get the text? Did you see the Clippers won without Kawhi? How'd that happen? Oh, that makes the Mavs a must in the game too, though, right? Like that'll be the bounce back.
It hurt. I was on the Mavs. It hurt me. It'll be difficult for me to bet on them again. But that was, I don't know what that was. That effort was inexcusable from Dallas.
But I mean, you see how, I don't want to say how quickly in the basketball, like when it's done, I don't know what point, like they go, all right, it's done. Like 9 minutes left in the game. Bye-bye. Like taking the points was caca. That was no good, because it just turns into a show, a silly show at the end of the game. Where you're just like, man, I thought the Heat should have covered. I'm watching it, the score, and I'm going, they're going to cover it or not. They're going to cover it. They're going to cover. Oh, then I saw the highlights and saw why. But I don't know. The Sixers were winning the first quarter against the Knicks.
Blitzed in the second half.
Then they come back, and then they don't cover.
Right.
I don't know. I couldn't get enough of the hockey. The hockey.
Hold on. We'll get to it. Hold on. Yeah, Pacers lose to the Bucks, though, without Giannis.
Surprised?
Shocked. I was on the Pacers.
Oh, no.
Shocked.
First time team's in. Orlando goes to Cleveland. Gets away from them. Bye-bye. Pacers start slow. Destroyed. Like it got out of hand, stretched out early. Bye-bye. Gone.
Yep.
Done. I mean, last night's game, the Thunder and the Pelicans was the best game of the weekend.
It was
tremendous.
Huge win.
Yeah.
Shocker. Without Zion, they covered.
Oh, that team can play.
But not on the road, though. They stick on the road. They're a much better home team. Much better home.
But they can play. I mean, it's just a good team.
Dallas and Indiana both were awful. I agree. They're dead, like over their skis, over their heads. Not good at all. Now to the hockey. Florida takes game 1 against Tampa Bay, 3-2. Talk about a great hockey game. Oof. This series is going to be an absolute war.
It was an elite hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
Could not stop watching it. I was supposed to take care of some things here. I had to explain to Jess that I was working. And she goes, if you keep calling watching these games work, who are you fooling right now? And I said, Jess, this is part of the job.
It's true. 100%.
You need, I think your opinion is better, especially if you're making bets and doing things, which I might have been doing as well in game. I'm like, Jess, I got to watch the game.
Yeah, this has been the bane of my existence for most of my dating and married life, is that exact conversation.
Oh.
I'm watching the game. I'm working. No, you're not. Yes, I am. You're doing it for fun. Yes, I would do it for fun, but I'm working. I just happen to pick a job that it's both.
It's good that we go to places like Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner.
Yeah,
like we did last night, so I could watch the game. The problem is when a conversation breaks out at dinner and they go, Daddy, what do you think? And I'm like, hold on. What did you say? Just say it again, because I just want to make sure. And because I didn't hear a thing, because I was glued to the television trying to watch what happened, catch a note or two here for the show or whatever. I heard yesterday, you know which team has given up the fewest goals in the NHL? Anyone that's in the playoffs right now, which team has given up the fewest 5-on-5 goals?
5-on-5 goals.
Yep.
Fewest 5-on-5 goals.
Yep.
Colorado?
Nope. I'll give you a hint. It's an Eastern Conference team.
Bruins?
Nope.
5-on-5 is the hook. Eastern, in the playoffs, it's the Rangers, just because Igor is incredible.
You would think. Nope. It's the Florida Panthers.
Okay.
They keep that game out of the penalty box. Okay. And they score on the power play. Their second goal was magic. It was power play goal, backdoor, go to the net, pass across. It was perfect. They are so sound 5-on-5. They are so it's going to take somebody to get them off of their game. Now, Tampa could do it. Tampa's a really good hockey team too, and Vasilevsky gives you a shot to win every single game.
Yep.
So that was excellent. That was
unbettable. This is an unbettable series. It's just a sit back and watch. It's going to be a war. It's going to go 7, I think. Both these teams. It was interesting listening to the TNT crew, because Biz said about Dallas and Vegas, these teams both cannot win the cup now because they have to play each other. He kind of, and I said, you know what? That's me with Florida and Tampa. These teams are going to be so gassed after playing this series.
If it's a short series, 5 games or less,
but it can't
the
be.
winner can survive. But
I know, but
how is this not going to be a 6 or 7?
Yeah, this is not a 5-game series. This is 7 to me. This is a war. This is back and forth, coin flip games, either side. Take your pick. Maybe bet under, but overs could come in and play at 5.5. You may get a game that's a 4-2 game. That was a 3-2 final. They got the open net 3-1, and they scored 3-2. It was that open net got them the chance to get the 3-1.
Which is a really good lesson for laying that goal and a half.
Yeah.
It is so hard to win that thing. You get the empty net, but they score it too early. And Stamkos scores a goal late. I thought it was final 3-1. That's when I said, all right, I'm good.
Right.
And I left, the upstairs area, and I was, locked in my room watching the game, taking notes, all this other stuff, making a couple plays during the game. And I was like, all right, I'm good. They won. Who won? 3-1. I come downstairs and check it. I'm watching a Ranger game. It's on for a minute. And it says final 3-2. I was like, wait a second. They scored? 9 seconds left. Puck line, no good.
But by the way, just a record, I'm on the Yankees today. Yankees A's. I parlayed the Yankees and the Phillies today. It's 0-0 in the top of the 8th inning.
Sears is keeping them in games.
Is he still in the game?
No, I don't think so. Hold on.
I mean, he can't be. It's the 8th inning. Sears he's out. Yeah, into the bullpen. He went 6. But like top of the 8th, 2 outs, no score. I mean, the one time I bet on the Yankees are going to lose at this game at home. Embarrassing if that happens. The craziest game of the weekend for hockey.
A's are going to be competitive in games when they get the good starting pitching.
Yeah, they should lose the game though. Just lose the game 1-0. I don't care what the hell you lose by. Just lose the game. I'm on money line Yankees. The Jets scored 7 goals and did not win on the puck line. They won 7-6. The only bet I got right yesterday was Winnipeg money line. But what was that game? That was ridiculous. It was 6-3. That was 6-4. Then it was 6-5. Then it was 7-5. Then it was 7-6.
For the old hockey guys like myself, that was a classic Smythe Division game that when you're living back east, you turn on and you see the building in Winnipeg. You see the picture of the Queen up on the wall, the entire crowd, every single person in there is wearing white. It was loud, it was electric, and it was wide open. There were shots upon shots upon shots. They were flying all over the place. And I mean, Colorado they were answering. It wasn't like it was 7-1. The final was 7-6. And I was watching that game. I got away again from the duties that I was supposed to be taking care of. And I'm like, I got caught up watching the game. And then I put the game on and it caught everyone's attention in the house. Gorgiev is,
he was bad that game.
They are going to need him to make that save when that crucial time, like it was 3-3 and he let a puck between his legs. Yep. Now it was a 2-on-1, but the defenseman, I mean, that's when, like, as the defenseman, you call, I got pass, you take shooter. He had the shooter. His angle was right there and it went right between his legs.
And also, I mean, the Jets are now 4-0 against Colorado. I mean,
I got Brooklyn Joe. Brooklyn Joe right now is home watching the show.
Okay.
And he just sent me a text. Brooklyn Joe is going to be our driver, I think, at some point. You met Brooklyn Joe at the live show.
Good.
But he was mad because he had the puck line with Winnipeg.
Yeah, 7-5, and then they gave up that late goal to make it 7-6. I agree. I mean, it's insane.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, Georgiev normally is a pretty good goaltender. He got lit up, and frankly, I mean, Winnipeg with Hellebuck normally is really good too. He got lit up. I mean, 13 goals in a game between these two goaltenders is insane.
You can't say in a game at 7-6 that the goalie played well. Okay, either one. But Hellebuck made a couple saves when he needed to make them. There were a couple where he was hung out to dry. Then the Avalanche can fly. I mean, McKinnon looks like I've said this for years about guys dating back to when I was a little kid, and I would ask my cousin Zale, who would take us to the Penguin games, or my dad, like, is he skating on different ice? Like, that looks different. When McKinnon's moving, everything looks different.
Standing still. Yeah.
So, I mean, there was a couple that he, he had that he could have stopped. But listen, the Jets are for real. The Jets can win this series. We said that before. We said that on Friday when we did the preview.
27-1. That's what I got. We'll see what happens. I've liked them all year. The only future bet I've made so far is Jets at 27-1.
You have the Vancouver one too.
Yeah, I got them both. They're 25-1.
Yeah.
But that's right. I had 2. Sorry, I do have 2. Yeah, both on Vancouver and on Winnipeg.
Yeah, you got the Western Conference side.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Edmonton, Vegas, Dallas. I don't think either team's making the. Put this way, I don't think the Jets or the Canucks are making the Western Conference Finals.
Why?
Don't think so. I think they'll lose.
Oh, I mean,
I hope I'm wrong.
If the Jets take out Colorado,
I'm not sure the Jets are going to take out. I'm not sure the Jets are going to take out Colorado.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. This is one game, but if they can't play this is not Jets hockey. 7-6 is not Jets hockey.
You guys in the chat, keep us abreast of what's going on in the Oakland and Yankee game. It sounds like the A's have the bases loaded, juiced.
Two outs.
2 outs. Thank you, Santana.
Yeah, so we'll watch that. Unfortunately, okay. So we've had some pretty epic things happen in combat sports recently. We all remember, this moment, right? This was a crazy knockout, fifth round.
Yep.
UFC 300, just one of those like amazing, where were you type of moments when Max Holloway knocked out Justin Gaethje. Over the weekend, we got this. We got Ryan Garcia knocking out Devin Haney. Not knocking him out, but knocking him down 3 times, winning it by decision. Now, if you guys weren't following along with what was going on with this, hold on, sorry. If you guys weren't following along with what happened in the lead up for this fight, Ryan Garcia did everything to throw anything and everything at the wall that he was out of his mind. He posted pictures with him partying. He looked like he was drunk and high consistently. It looked like he wasn't training. It looked like he had completely lost his mind. He was posting all sorts of crazy things about him and dating a Kardashian or him and dating some internet super starlet something or other. Like, it was really bizarre, weird behavior. Well, the weigh-ins come in and he gets on the scale and he weighs 3 pounds over. He jumps on the scale with a beer in his hand, pounds it on the stand, on the scale,
right?
Goes 3 pounds over.
What kind of beer was it? Was it an apple beer?
Well, after the fact, no, it was not apple beer, but according to some.
Ever had apple beer? Some
of it supposedly was apple juice, which leads to the troll job that supposedly this guy did to everyone. Ryan Garcia knocked down Devin Haney 3 times. Devin Haney had no answer for Garcia's size, speed, or left hook. It was a mismatch for most of the fight. It was a smart fight for Ryan Garcia. He did it in spurts because he knew his gas tank is bad. It is. So he wasn't pushed because Haney couldn't push tempo. That's not Devin Haney's world. He's a counterpuncher in a lot of ways. And Haney looked completely outclassed. He nearly won the thing because he stacked up rounds. Garcia won basically 3 rounds. I know people in the boxing world I respect who had Haney winning on the cards 113, 112, even with the 3 knockdowns because of the point that was taken away. Because he hit on a break, Ryan Garcia hit Haney on a break. That story in and itself is wild. It gets more crazy because allegedly, and we're still waiting to see if this actually happened, but allegedly Ryan Garcia bet $2 million on himself at 6-1 to win the fight. Ryan Garcia would have won $12 million if this report is actually true. As Eric Raskin, friend of the show, wrote that, did he actually place the bet? I have my doubts, but if he did, oh my, open can dispense worms. This is what I said this morning on Twitter because I want to get your take on this.
Geez, we should, if Eric finds this out, we can have him on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Text him. That'd be good. I'll text him.
So have him on tomorrow and talk about this. Let's play this out for a second, okay? So Ryan Garcia fakes like he's nuts to get the market to believe that he's not going to win, that there are big-time boxing commentators who said that if Ryan Garcia wins this game, I will stop broadcasting. Tim Bradley.
Wins this fight. I will stop broadcasting. I will stop being a commentator on boxing if Garcia wins this fight. He's overweight. He's not in shape. He's not focused. Well, the weight was on purpose. He intentionally was overweight because he wanted the extra size to bully Devin Haney, which in a lot of ways is cheating. It's also why the belts were not stripped from Devin Haney. Devin Haney is still a WC champion. His belts weren't on the line. Even in the loss, didn't lose his belts because Ryan Garcia just wanted to win the fight. Ryan Garcia, if he did bet $12 million on himself, lost $1.5 million or maybe $600,000, depending upon the clause in the contract said $600,000. So Raheem Palmer said, hey, he's not actually going to pay $1.5 million. He's going to pay $600,000. But there were tweets on Friday that said he did pay $1.5 million. In fact, it was a tweet by Devin Haney who said Ryan Garcia paid him $1.5 million for missing weight. So that's one problem. These fighters are making millions, but they aren't making like McGregor Mayweather money. So $12 million to then give $1.5 million back or whatever it might be. Well, he bet $2 million and took 6-1.
Right.
So he won 12. He only had
12. Right. So he won 12, but he lost. So he cleared 10.5. If you take the $1.5 million that he paid to Haney for the weight cut problem for not being on weight. So he cleared 10.5 million. These fighters, I'm not sure how much money they're going to make on the pay-per-view buy after the fact with the zone, but $10 million split in half to 5-5 is enough money that I'm scared.
It's a nice day.
It's enough money I'm worried about actually how this whole thing went down and whether or not this fight was actually on the up and up. And that's a huge problem for boxing. Because one, is this not market manipulation by Ryan Garcia?
If people bet it.
They all did. Number steamed. Got as high as minus 1,000.
Minus 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
No, it's minus 1,000. You had to lay 10 to 1.
Yeah.
And there were people coming in
and betting it.
I talked to you on Saturday. We did a 4-hour magical show. On Saturday on Sports Grid. 4-hour show. We talked about it. We had Rossi on, talked about the fight. Couldn't get anyone else on. So you and I talked literally for 4 hours with commercials in between and talked to Frankie and the boys that were producing the show. But at no point did we find anybody that was going to bet Garcia. We had people tweeting at us. We had people texting us. I'm watching you guys. Somebody in Florida texted me that they were watching us on TV. Someone at a bar in North Carolina texted me that they were watching us on TV. We had multiple people. And I'm like, does Garcia have a chance? Nobody thought he had a chance. Nobody. Now, is that market manipulation? Some might advance that ball over that line. I don't know.
I mean, he drove it up to 6-1, that's where he bet it, allegedly.
Yeah.
$2 million at 6-1. My question would be,
where did he get the $2 million down?
Oh, he's got it. Oscar.
No, I mean, what book took it?
Right. Well, that's my question. Yeah, that's where I was going. What book do you think would have taken that?
Well, somebody that took 100
on Haney.
Yeah.
You got to be pretty liquid, right? I mean, to be able to take that and offset that loss if it happens. Because the public side was Garcia. I mean, I saw so many people.
Anybody bet 10 million to win one on that fight?
No.
I mean, if somebody bet us 10 million to win one, we'd probably be looking to take 2 million to lose 12. That would be business, right? We would have gigantic handle, and we wouldn't be stuck. If the book did it on a gamble. Meaning they blow almost, who knows what the exposure is, but I mean, 2 million to lose 12. You better have, I would hope, at least 10 to pay them with. Otherwise, that's going to leave a mark. That would be, that'd be a really hard bookmaking question.
Let me flip this around
to take the bet.
Okay? Let me flip it. Ryan Garcia does Rocky type training montages. Ryan Garcia says and does
Speaking of Rocky training montages, hey, I got to start posting some. I'm going to have to. I'm jumping rope like a beast. I'm getting ready for my title shot.
Tremendous.
11 weeks away.
Tremendous. How many minutes you doing now? Do you know?
I usually do 2 songs. I try to do one song, like 4 minutes straight, boom, 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 like go as hard as I can, and then take a break, and then start another song.
Good.
Go through.
If you can get to 10, that'll be huge.
I'm just trying to breathe at this point, but that's good.
That's good. Good. No, build up to take 6 months. I mean, build up to 10 minutes, and then once you get to 10 minutes, then you're good. Then you're good. You can fight forever. It's great. The public is falling in love with Garcia. He's watching, running. He's doing all these different things. Numbers coming down. Public is all in on Garcia. They think it's great, right? Garcia bets on himself to lose. I mean, I know that's illegal.
Oh, this is theoretical. You're spinning the whole thing around.
I'm saying
it's a theoretical situation.
If you flip this around and say Ryan Garcia tricks the public into believing that he's in awesome shape, that he's taking the fight totally seriously, knowing he's not, knowing he has no shot, and he comes in and just, and he loses, and he bets, or he tells everyone, I'm going to lose, gets the market down to a good price. Somebody comes in heavy on Devin Haney. They know he can't win. Garcia says, I can't win. Bet against me, everybody. I mean, it's a slippery slope. Is it not that this kid can go ahead and do this publicly and tell everyone they act like a complete moron, bet on himself to get the number up as high as possible, and then clear $12 million?
I love the show 24/7.
Okay.
Did you watch 24/7 when it was on back in the day? Showtime.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. It was awesome.
You know,
I miss it. Sucks.
Was magic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I saw personally in town here, big fights. I would watch the 24/7 and go, boy, they are painting a picture for this dog to have a chance.
Always
and we're
dumb.
sitting here in the books going, the best guys we know and us personally, we're betting the favorite. Like the favorite's going to win. You know,
Vic, I'm not saying he bets on. I'm saying he would tell people to bet against him. I'm not saying he would get the bet down. It's illegal. Technically, to bet against yourself to lose when you throw a fight, that's illegal. You can't do that. You can bet on yourself. Dave has talked about it. Dave took bets from Mayweather on himself when he was boxing.
But I mean, like,
that's legal.
You know, I mean, there were guys that Floyd knew that bet. You know, I mean, we had celebrities fly in and bet on the fights. Like we had major, you know, people, recording artists, all these people and stuff.
What? He posted the tickets, Butchie. What do you mean? Shh.
Did Garcia post the tickets?
No.
Would you put that in the chat? I want to see the ticket.
We all want to see the ticket. Yes. We all want to see the ticket.
I mean, that would validate the story.
Yes.
I don't know what's his advantage in posting the ticket.
Zero. Especially because the IRS is going to come calling real quick on him.
Posted no ticket?
No
way is he posting a ticket. No chance.
But it's out there. I mean, he's talking about it publicly. I mean, Ryan Garcia is lying left and right. So who knows? It's being called the greatest troll job in the history of boxing. He got everyone thinking one thing, and then he came back and did what he did. And Garcia looked good. I mean, he looked, and now he's saying he's going up to 147, which is fine. He never wants to make 140 again, which is whatever. He's going to run away from Devin Haney. Doesn't want the rematch. They want to run it back. He said, fine, let's run it back after the fight. He said, well, I'm going to move up, so I don't know. He does not want to fight Devin Haney. Okay. I think it was a huge advantage for him not cutting weight. Those last 3 pounds are the hardest 3 pounds to make. It's why he looked quicker. It's why he had more energy. He cheated. Okay. He cheated. So if you want to talk about what happened, he cheated. Like but he won a fight. I mean, that's what you do. And Haney took the fight, no belts. But if you're betting $2 million on yourself to win 12, the belts don't matter.
What if he didn't bet anything? What if he's just making a hell of a story? Because we're talking about him today. And look at that. P-Route clicked the wrong thing. So now I got to stay on this side of the line, keep the show. Now he's blinking.
That was me. Sorry.
I know.
Wrong button. I was shifting over to put the tweet back up. What if he didn't bet? Well, if he didn't bet. We didn't bet.
By the way, the A's just hit a home run, apparently.
Zach
Geloff! Oh, I bet Kylie's so excited right now. Oh, my.
I don't know. I'd be curious if we get the ticket. If somebody, because given the space.
Never going to get the ticket, Counselor.
You sure?
So
you sure?
What if he didn't bet it? Now what? It's a non-story, right?
If he didn't bet it, it's non-story. Agreed. Yes. If he didn't bet it, it's not. I mean, it's still a story. I mean, it's still a boxing story. It's not a betting story anymore. I mean, this still happened. Like that still happened. So it's still a story. He still was
watched the fight.
Yes, every round.
If they run it back,
yep.
Does Haney have a shot?
Only if Garcia's on weight. Garcia has no gas tank. He has zero gas tank. You can see it. He can only go in spurts. It's as someone who has a very similar situation when I boxed, it's the same thing. You go ferocious for 30 seconds and then you're done. Okay. That's it. You basically play for the next minute and a half, the minute or 2:30. You're just trying hard just to survive. You're just, if the guy doesn't fall down, if you don't win the fight, you're just trying to get that gas tank to be refilled. And then you go empty it again. Like he did it 3 different times, knocked him out. You could see it when Garcia really pushed the tempo. Haney got lit up. Left hook, right cross, couldn't stop it. If they're both on weight, I think those spurts are very. I mean, he did it 3 or 4 times in the fight. That's it. Maybe
I'm
twice.
asking because if they do it again,
yes,
what's the line?
250 on Haney.
You chop it that much?
Yeah, 250 on because
but he's still favored.
And, oh yeah, 100%, no debate. Haney's still favored. Yeah, definitely. Haney's still favored. What if he spread it around on multiple books? I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe he did. Again, I would be curious if he ever does, or if a book raises their hand and says, we took it. We'll take the pub. Yeah, we took the Garcia bet. That was on us.
What's the advantage for the book to say that?
PR.
You want that PR?
Sure. We take big bets.
From guys that are fighting that, quote unquote, you called manipulating the market? Why would book raise their hand?
I don't think the book did that. I think Garcia manipulated the market.
The book was the facilitator of taking the bet.
Fair.
Why would the book say they took that bet then? Because then a lot of people are going to come knocking like, did you report this? Did you know who he was?
What if
was
it's offshore?
Garcia himself?
What if it's
blah, 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 blah.
If it's an offshore book, there's no one to answer to.
Then they're never going to show the ticket. Why would XYZ book in Curacao say they took the bet, other than to say they took the bet?
Yeah.
Can't get in touch with anybody there unless they want you to get in touch with them. Nobody's going to say they took the bet. Yeah. Report these nuts. There you go, Butchie. God forbid. He must be bored. It's a little bit of a slow day. So he's sitting there watching lines. He's watching the show. We can get Butchie on the show at some point. We just have to make sure.
Be tremendous.
Oh, yeah. He's coming on the show. He's
All
coming
on. Let's talk Toronto-Boston tonight. Game 2. Boston at home. It was minus 120. Now it's minus 140. 5.5 total.
I'll ask you this.
Okay.
Series over if Boston wins?
No.
You get desperate, Maple Leafs, tonight? Like,
no.
They have to play like they got to win this game to win the series.
They're losing tonight.
Oh, just like that. It's over.
No, seriously not over. But Bruins winning at home. Yeah, sorry, that's my cat. I was hoping that was not going to be heard. Sorry. The microphone's picking up my cat outside the door screaming. Sorry. Yes, that was my cat. Sorry. I heard it too, and I was like, hopefully no one can hear that, and I can just hear that, but unfortunately the microphone picked it up. So he normally never does that, which I don't know what's going on, but it's a weird time in the house. It's all different people here and everything else. So the animals are all freaking out. I don't know.
It's gonna be a hell of a week over there.
And Madeline's not even here yet.
Oh God.
Wait till Madeline gets here. I think it's going to be like this. Boston is the better team 5-on-5. Boston has a better power play. Boston has the better goaltender. As long as Boston plays their typical game, they win tonight. They go up 2-0. They go to Toronto. They lose game 3. Boston most likely wins game 4, but that's the game that is the series. If Boston wins game 4, series over. If Boston loses game 4, here we go.
Series doesn't start until road team wins a game.
Fair. I agree with that. That's true.
I don't think Toronto's going to win tonight, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a different game.
Yes.
Toronto's got to start, sorry, Will, we're an hour in. Give you something to do. Toronto's got to start some shit tonight.
Well, they gave up a goal in the first 3 minutes. It was 1-0 after the 30 minutes. It was like, that's it. I got on my phone. I was laughing. I was driving home. I was like, I want to watch the game. Up 1-0. All right. No rush.
Right.
That's it. That's going to be easy. Like it was the easy button with Staples. It was just doink. We'll take it. Like, okay. That was simple. It was 1-0. The game was over. That was it.
Scored. Was it over?
Yes, it was. They scored 3 minutes in. It was like, okay, here we go. Because you know what happened. It was that balloon straight up. That was a poking a hole.
Is that what that sound was? I thought it was something else.
No, that's a straight air out of any balloon that Toronto's heads had. When that goal happened, that was complete deflation. They went, shit. Here we go again. It's the Grand Theft Auto meme. Guy walking down the guy walking down the hallway or the alleyway in Grand Theft Auto. That's what that was. They knew exactly what was going down. That game was over. So if Boston scores in the first 5 minutes again today, see ya.
I hadn't left. I'm going to talk about Saturday night, my favorite thing about today. But I went to the lacrosse game Saturday night, and Kendall was home with me. Everyone else was gone, and they scored early, and I went, well, I guess the Bruins are going to win, so we're ready to go, just like that. And she's like, what just started? I'm like, yeah, there it is, SoCal DJ. We got that from PB. We're going to actually have to put that on a T-shirt in the BVB line. Toronto being Toronto. Yeah, Toronto being Toronto. It was a quick start, but when the second one was scored, that's when I was convinced. I'm like, yep, Toronto got to keep it even, survive the first period, tied or leading to have a shot.
Agreed.
They don't want to open this game up. Although I'm leaning over in this one.
Yeah.
I'm leaning over.
I cannot believe the Yankees are going to lose to the A's. How embarrassing. Don't bet on the Yankees. That's what the lesson is. The Red Sox person, don't bet on the Yankees. That's lesson learned. Don't bet on the pinstripe pinheads. Okay. Carolina go up 2-0, minus 250.
Yeah.
That was kind of a game. It was kind of a series or a game in game one for a little bit, and then Carolina stretched it out. Can the Islanders make it 1-1? Line would tell you no.
This is a soccer game on ice.
Oh, okay.
This is a soccer game on ice. This ain't ever going to be comfortable.
A lot of dives and no action.
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of. I mean, a penalty may decide the game.
Okay.
The wrong penalty at the wrong time, leading to a power play that scores a goal. Every game in this series is going to look like this. Talk about a series. Last time the Bruins, I think it was the last time they won the Stanley Cup, was against Vancouver.
Correct.
There were series that year that was like, we're betting every game under.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And in the book, we literally had the worst price on the under in the world. So we would get someone to come in and bet overs.
Okay.
I feel like that with this series. We saw the exact way this series is going to go. The only way the Islanders can win is to play like they played. Carolina's so disciplined.
Yeah.
Brendan Moore's a great coach. And Anderson is a really good goalie. So, and I mean, is it Varlamov tonight again? I don't know who's playing goal yet for the Islanders. Let me take a quick look, see if I got confirmation.
I'm guessing it's the same.
I'm assuming it's the same goaltender matchup. I don't know. Don't have it listed. But if anybody looks, find out, make sure. Every game is going to be under. It's going to be close. It's going to be a sweat. You might need an empty netter to cover. You're going to probably need an empty netter. 3-1, 3-2, 2-1. There might be a shutout in this series. That's the way the series is going to go. Literally watching soccer on ice with physicality.
This is an interesting from our friend DJ Hooks. Last night, working at the book, sharp guy bet $13.50 to win $23,500. $13,500 to win $23,500 on Dallas to win the series. It was minus 135. After the guy took it, went to minus 145.
Yep.
So in case you're curious about what may happen in this game, game one, VGK at Dallas. I got a much better price. I got 127 last night here in town. So it's all the way up to minus 140.
On the game.
On Dallas to win game one.
So DJ Hooks is working in the book. That's great. A lot of times you get an indicator on the series that helps you for game one.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in to bet the series price, they're willing to lay 135. That's a nice limit play. 13.5 to win 10. You got to move it 10 cents. That's the right move. Maybe 15, maybe 12, depending on how you move it. But that means they like Dallas in game one. That's where the money is. So Can VGK win tonight? Absolutely.
By the way.
Oh, Varlamov is confirmed. Thank you, SoCal.
Islanders, he's in.
Okay. Yeah, so that's an under. That's we'll be on.
See, 5.5. I agree. Every game will be under. I almost bet under 5.5. The only fear factor with 5.5 for me is an open net 3-2, 4-2 final. Like I did when it's 5.5, I get very concerned and confused about what to do with the total, because the first 2 games of the year went under. The last game was a 7-1 win in Dallas for Vegas. Vegas has not lost a game yet to Dallas, but both games they took 2 into regulation. So, Butchie's at 6 under 15. So over money's coming in. Okay. I could see
which game? On the Islanders?
No, the Stars. Stars Dallas. Stars Vegas.
Oh, yeah. No, this one, 6 is the right number. Butchie knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He said, come get it. Yeah, 6 guy.
I
agree. So if 6 was available in town last night, I would have bet the under 6, because I do think the 4-2 is really, really likely. So it's a push potential, and then maybe it's 3-2 final and you get it. But this is going to be one of the most entertaining back and forth brawl series of the playoffs. I mean, I cannot wait. And I agree. The streak of second period overs for Dallas, if it's 0-0 after 1, Addison, I would bet it. It goes over in the second period.
What was the game when we were on Saturday where we talked about it? The first period went under.
And then boom, 4 goals.
Or no, the first period went over.
Oh, it's 1-1. Yeah, it was 1-1. And then it went under. Second period went under.
The second period went under. We were trying to make a case why it might go over. And then we were both like,
well, because it was a fluke goal. It should have been 1-0. And it's like, it would have been, all right, 1-0. And then it was Carolina and the Islanders. And it was 1-1 after 1, because that Islander goal was fluky. And then nothing happened in the second period. And then it turned into a 4-1 or 3-1 win for Carolina.
Yeah.
Or is it 5?
I want to take a minute. TP, are you with me? ? Has brought in Phil from Jazz down south. Jazz is a place that ended up. I started at ABC Island Sports.
Okay.
If you look at the Jazz sports emblem, I helped design that back
in
the day, in the late 90s. So Jazz is another joint down there that does a lot of work. Welcome, Phil, to the show. We could probably go down there at some point and see. So I got to get my passport updated. I can't even go to Canada right now. I want to go up there to the Blue Jays and Pirates series. Got invited to that. Like, I got to get my passport expedited to get down there. Got to go see some people about some things.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a really good hockey game. I think it's a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
They're going to feel each other out. I don't think you're going to see either team take risk early, like first period under, unless there's a power play or something. Like, there's no need for either team to take penalties. I think it's going to be a very cautious start that might open up later.
By the way, just a quick, this is why baseball has no clue what they're doing. Mason Miller should be a household name. I mean, he is, Santana's right. He is must-watch television for the A's out of the bullpen. Like, he's legit 104.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately throwing 104 miles per hour out of the bullpen for the A's. Like, he is one of the most entertaining closers, bullpen arms in baseball, and nobody knows who he is. Like, he's just not even like, he's just a guy. He's a jag at this point with those 104 miles per hour. The other game is tonight, game 1, Kings Edmonton. Little favorite heavy on the Oilers, total of 6 in this game.
I hope this game is like the Colorado.
Feels that way, right?
Winnipeg.
Yep.
Game.
Feels that way. It's going to be nuts.
Where we have a bad goal given up that turns into another bad goal, which then McDavid and Draisaitl get going. The Kings have to open up. We see over in this game. That's what I'm hoping to see. Again, does every home team win tonight? Boston's winning. Carolina's winning. You like Dallas?
I do.
Is this a home?
Oh, my.
4-game parlay? Put together that money line parlay. Chalk. Home. Is it that easy? I mean,
God,
I don't
can
know.
it be? Can it be that easy? It can't be that easy, can it?
Oh, you're getting a sweat. I'm telling you, the Panthers. The Hurricanes, Islanders is going to be the sweat. That's going to be tough. And you might be trailing Edmonton in game if they're trailing
a
the
4-leg
Kings.
money line parlay is only +1 540.
4-game plus 540.
Yeah, that's it.
Can you get it to the last game?
You could, sure.
Plus 542. Thank you, Whitrock.
Yeah, at DraftKings, it's plus 542.
Yeah, there you go. Swallow all that chalk. Give them some milk. Butchie says to swallow all that chalk. He's right. Hey, I'm just putting it out there, Butchie. I'm not saying to do it. We got places they can do it. They got places all over the place.
Oh gosh, who loses? Because this would be a case where I would bet it, and the Bruins.
Put it in the chat right now.
I would bet it, and the Bruins would be the ones that I would lose.
That would be actually total irony.
Yep, the Bruins would be the ones that beat me.
Boys and girls watching the show right now. Nice group of people in here. There's up over 100 at least here, and there's almost 500 on the Twitter and all this other. Nobody watches the show though.
Right.
We're not talking about the numbers of the people watching the show anymore. Tired of that bullshit. Sorry, Will. Just tired of it.
What's the poll?
No, we don't even need a poll.
Oh, okay.
We just need them to put the team. Just type it in the chat, just like Roll Call Friday. Put the city or the team name, the nickname. Which home team's losing tonight? Who do you think more people are going to say? I mean, they're going to say the Bruins just to give you shit.
But it's not a crazy point, though. It's not nuts. So Yankees lose. By the way, 2-0. Judge Cade struck out swinging.
Yankees are off to a pretty good start. It's okay.
Yeah, no longer betting the Yankees. That would be they are now officially on the no.
Wow, the first 3 people out of the gate said Dallas, Dallas, Dallas.
Loses?
It's the home team to lose tonight. Yeah.
To Vegas.
Wow.
Disagree with that, but I'm glad.
Look at this. Dallas. There's
I'm happy.
Edmonton.
Keep going.
Okay.
That's great. I'm glad about that. I'm on Dallas. That's good.
Sorry,
guys. I prefer it when you guys say this that I'm going to lose. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that Dallas is the number 1 pick in that, not Boston.
Wow. Look at this. This is crazy. The first 6 out of 7 people said Dallas.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, by the way, Miller average velocity was 102 through 8 fastballs, had 7 swings, 6 of them whiffed, and 1 ball fouled off. It's pretty good. Throw 7 pitches, or you throw 8 pitches, and 7 of them are swings and misses or a foul off.
Who did I see?
Nikki, I prefer anyone just to say my pick's going to miss. The thing I don't like is when someone says, Matt, I love that play. I'm running, I think, like 85% clip that bet loses when someone comes and tells me that, Matt, I love that play. Serious, I am. It's a ridiculous number when anytime somebody says, oh, I love that bet. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
John just came in. John's the only one so far that said Boston. So fair. I missed the question. Santana, the question was this. If you're just joining the show now, which favorite in the NHL loses tonight? Home teams are all favored. Home teams are all favored at least minus 140-ish. Boston Bruins at home against Toronto. Carolina Hurricanes at home against the Islanders. Dallas Stars at home against VGK, Vegas Golden Knights. Or Edmonton Oilers at home against the Kings. Rainmaker Lou's the only one that said all 4 chalk wins.
It's worth $10.
Just to get the sweat to the end.
It's worth $10. I mean, it's worth just throwing nothing at it. It's just, throw a cup of coffee at it.
Right.
So, But I don't need any accounts, my friend. I'm all good. Appreciate that. I'm all good. I'm all good. I know where to find you if I ever need you.
Well, of course.
Don't worry.
We got enough. Yeah, we got enough going on right now, trying to get sponsors for the show and all these other sales calls.
I got enough outs. We're all good.
On location shows, all these other things. Yeah, we got enough going on.
We got enough going on. We're all good. Okay. So
new clock today, by the way. Just got a text. New clock on the grid today.
Have fun with that.
Changes the segment.
I don't deal with that till Saturday, so I'm good.
This is going to be a really interesting week there.
Enjoy it. Orlando at Cleveland, -5 for the Cavs in Game 2 tonight. I can't see
part
it.
of the show where
The zigzag
I'm gonna
theory?
rely on you.
I can't do the zigzag. I can't do the zigzag thing on this game. I can't.
Oh, here we go.
Bet under.
Zigzag.
Bet under.
Ralph Michaels tagged me this morning on a tweet about the zigzag theory.
Yeah. Under
The
203.5.
zigzag thing doesn't work anymore.
Oh, good.
The team that won game 1 has won game 2 like they're 30-7.
Ooh, fives are gone, I guess. It's 5.5 now.
I will give you the exact thing because
Yeah, it's 5.5 juiced to the dog at DraftKings.
So this is what SoCal does a lot of times. He uses that database thing that Ralph uses. Round 1, game 2, home teams off a game 1 win are 30-7 straight up.
Okay.
That's 81.1%. 27-10 ATS. That's 73%. And the games have gone under 55% in the last 37 games. So take that with a grain of salt if you want to just automatically bet the other team. What did you see from Orlando that makes you want to have them tonight?
Agreed.
I tried. We were on TV. I had that game on because, the producers were like, we got to talk some more NBA. And I was like, listen, I'm trying, boys. I don't see nothing. What are we talking about here? Literally, what are we talking about? I don't want nothing to do with Orlando here.
Yeah, I agree. I know your team going home to win game 3 is a better play. I agree, Rain. I agree. It's a better play. I don't want any part of it. Under. I think under 2 or 3.5 is a decent play. Same question for the Knicks. I mean, the Sixers were up big in game 1, blew it. 5.5. Now it's 6.
Is he hurt or not?
It's 6. He must be hurt because it's 6 now. 204.5 from a total perspective. Did you know the Knicks have gone over 11 of 12 games?
Wow.
11 of 12 for the Knicks. They've been an over machine.
Oh, give the boys something to vote on here.
Okay.
Knicks -6, Sixers +6. If you have to get up and get that cat out of there,
No. I'm looking at the number I bet overnight. It was just making sure because I know what number it is because that number is way down from where I bet last night.
6 and 203.5.
I bet 209 last night.
Yeah, it was that. It ain't that no more. So he must be out. Right? He got to be
down
out.
to 203.5 at circa. Yep. Woo!
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's a massive
Santiago
move.
Garza just came in the chat, said Maxi's out with an illness.
Oh, they're both game time decisions.
Oh, no.
Maxi's,
Santiago Garza has been a way in advance of injury information here in the chat. One of the best benefits of watching the show live.
He's correcting himself.
But he's been right more than he's been wrong in this chat.
Yeah, but he said out. No, he said or questionable. So he's
that's fine, but he's been ahead of these moves here on the show.
Okay.
Because I'll go and do the show on in-game live, and I'll already know because I told a producer, some guy named Santiago Garza told us today on BVB. So Santiago, thank you for your work. There's people.
I mean, the number tells you he's out, right? I mean, 209 down to 204.
Yeah.
I mean, and then if you're looking at other books, it's even lower. Yeah, I'm on the over, so that's not great, but maybe it still hits because, overreaction. 6 points is a pretty nasty reaction there to that. And then the Lakers at the Nuggets, laying 7 again. Same number. 7.5 now at DraftKings. Some money coming in here on the Nuggets. Man, the numbers moved from everyone. Cavs, Knicks, Nuggets. If you bet a 3-team parlay on them all 3 to cover, that's 6-1 plus 595.
Yeah, do money line there.
That's going to be nothing. That's going to stink. Money line there is 218, 232 plus 177 on that. That's gross.
3-game money line parlay. You ain't got to worry about the spreads.
But
you single it to the Denver game.
It's not even 201. It's not even plus 200. You don't even double your money. Oh, that's gross.
Is Cleveland losing at home?
I mean, anyone can lose. It's the playoffs. Yes, they could. I don't think they're going to, but they could.
Put up a poll.
For what?
With the Knicks and the Sixers, -6 +6.
Okay, you got to do these things. At first asked, you said no.
No. I said give the basketball guys something to vote on. Do the Sixers +6 or Knicks -6? Who covers? Because I think we'll get an overwhelming favorite on the Knicks.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm talking 75%.
Probably, yeah. Probably so.
I really hope the Sixers go.
Probably.
I hope they win.
Okay, so we'll get to that. Basketball to baseball. The Astros are 7-16. They got blanked by the Washington Nationals 6-0 yesterday. Are you still on this is not a big deal, don't worry about it, they're going to be fine?
I told you the end of the month. We got to do, but this is a concern. It's starting to get, it's not like anybody's running away with the division. How far back are they in the West?
Not far enough.
That's why it's not a concern yet.
They're 5 games back.
It's April 22nd.
I'm just talking about them as a World Series contender.
Not worried about World Series right now. We're worried about the division.
7 wins.
Yeah, it's not a good
7
start.
wins.
The White Sox have what, 3?
White Sox are 3-18. Rockies have 5.
People in the content space are writing articles about betting against the White Sox every game.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Pretty original idea.
You're welcome. Marlins have 6 wins.
Just say you heard it here like 2 weeks ago.
Rockies have 5. Marlins have 6. If I give you the White Sox, the Rockies, and the Marlins, how many wins combined do those 3 teams acquire in 2024?
We should get a book to put this up. I mean, we got Phil from Jazz. We got Butchie from the other joints. We got people.
Because I'm adding the third wing to it.
We could call this the BVB season win special.
I did between the Marlins and the White Sox. I said 100 would be my number. I'm going to add the Rockies to it because I think the Rockies might win 60, 70, 65 games. So I think it would be somewhere in the 170 range for those 3 teams.
The Rockies win more than the.
Yeah, I do. Because at home, in that ballpark, they'll have a decent record at home. They're going to get crushed on the road, but at home, the Rockies have a pretty big home field advantage.
We just got a super chat. I just glanced down and we'll read it at the end of the show.
Yeah, man.
This kid's trying so hard to get us to talk about this F1 stuff. I mean, we will 100% put anything you want in that super chat,
but
it comes in bonus time.
Yes.
Anything you want. We appreciate every single one that comes.
We do.
But again, we're going to have to hire this kid to shoot the show, as far as pictures. But 2, he's going to have to be our F1 guy because I just don't know nothing about it.
Agreed.
Do it.
170 Rockies, Marlins, White Sox over under 170 wins combined.
$55 is 165.
Mm-hmm.
What's your number? 170.
Yeah.
I think I'd bet under 170.
Agreed. I would too.
Because you're going to get a 50, you're going to get a 52.
I think the White Sox are going to win 40 games.
Under.
I told you. They're going 40 and 160.
40?
They're going to win 40 games. They're going to have the worst season in Major League Baseball history. It's coming. They suck. They're going to trade every decent person they've got. The second they get healthy, second those players get healthy, they are gone. Robert, gone. See you later. 120 losses is on the table for the White Sox. They are absolutely horrendous. All right, couple games today. Short numbers. Suarez against Green. Phillies at the Reds. Pick them. I like the Reds a lot.
Kind of surprised at this number. Suarez has been really good.
He has.
You like the Reds in this game?
Uh-huh. I just like the Reds in general, but Phillies are one of those teams where I'm like, they've won 6 games in a row, 8 of 10. Is it time?
I'm leaning Phillies right now.
Change the venue. They're on the road. Time to bet against them.
May have to break out the Phillies stuff for the show tonight. I might have to look at the Phillies number.
It's a good game tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Kikuchi against Singer. Blue Jays against the Royals tonight.
Hold on, let me click refresh here. The Blue Jays are favored.
They were
on the road
this morning. Are they still?
Still, yeah. That'll be flipped by the time the game starts.
Interesting.
The
Okay.
Royals are to play.
Royals are 13-9 on the year. They've lost 2 games in a row. 9-4 at home. Toronto is 12-10. They've lost their last game 6-4 over their last 10, but they're 6-7 on the road.
I like the Royals. I'm telling you right now. Maybe I'll break out the Royals stuff tonight for the show.
Okay.
Get that baby blue Royals. I might have to do the Royals. I think the Royals. I'm a Butchie Royals.
Mets, Giants.
Mets had a nice weekend in L.A.
They did. Quintana against Wynn. Giants are home favorites.
Listen, sometimes in April, you're just looking for these close games like this. You don't have to either you lay a short number with the favorite or you take the plus money with the dog. This is Mets in this spot.
Yeah.
This is Mets.
I would tend to
right?
agree. Yeah, I would tend to agree. So we have time. Bless you. We have time to do this, and you all need to be watching for your speakers because it's time for our proxy service, BPS.
Whoa!
You did it. So I'll give it to you twice.
You missed it the first time. I like that.
It's the Brigade Proxy Service. We will be here in Las Vegas once both the Westgate and the Circa football contests open up. It is really going to happen in the next couple of weeks, guys. So start planning your trips to Vegas. You can go and reserve a time ahead of time if you would like. Go to thebbvshow.com. There's a whole little fill out box. Send an email to us. Said, guys, here's a date.
Type
here's
that on
the time.
the screen. Thebbvshow.com. Can you type that so it appears on the screen? Just for the people that are watching us in bars and places with the sound off, because they want to see, your hat, my hat.
So go ahead.
There it is, right there.
Okay, that's the website. Go to that website. Send a message. Say, guys, we're coming to Vegas. I'm going to be here this day, this time, whatever. We're going to be here. We're going to sit up here. Book the time. Come on out. It's time to start thinking football. It's crazy. Draft is coming up this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then the schedule gets released, and about 10 to 12 days after that, Circa will say when they're going to start taking you can open it up for the contest for next year. Westgate will be probably later in the summer for the Westgate, but they'll be behind at some point, probably somewhere around July 1st is what they did last year. So probably somewhere around the Westgate Super Contest on July the 1st coming up for that. So start to think about next fall coming in. Brigade Proxy Service, we got you covered in all your football handicapping entry needs for us here this coming football season.
It's like this is where we would say, like when we did the other ad, like this is where you buy the meats.
Yep.
Book your appointment, book your flight for Circa anytime after Memorial Day. Safely for Westgate, I'd say anytime after July 4th.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do both, wait till after July. Doesn't matter how early you sign up.
Right.
But if you sign up earlier, one, you get to come here when it's really quiet, which is a great time. We made some great connections with people. We had lunches. We ended up meeting them later for dinner after we signed them up and whatever. It's a great way to get involved in a contest that you can't get involved in unless you get here, and it can be life-changing cash.
Yes, it can. The NFL has reinstated 5 players for gambling suspensions, but not Isaiah Rodgers. The NFL is still reviewing Isaiah Rodgers. Now,
why? What's the holdup?
That's a great point. Sports Channel, big story on this over the weekend. The NFL suspended Rodgers in the 23-24 season for placing hundreds of bets on sports, including at least one on his own team. Now, if he did that,
Isaiah Rodgers played for what team, people?
The Colts.
He was the guy that was featured on
correct.
that gambling thing that was on ESPN.
Correct.
So he's the one that's not been reinstated.
Correct.
He said specifically on that show, well, I was just helping some friends out.
Rodgers made a 4-figure wager on a Colts rushing total. 1 year later, it was Jonathan Taylor, a prop bet involving the Colts. Rodgers was a member of the Colts. Rodgers is now a member of the Eagles. And according to Sports Handle and ESPN's reporting, he is still not eligible. He applied for reinstatement a month ago, and he has not been yet cleared. Yet others have been cleared by the NFL. So there is a little bit of a question mark here, considering the fact that Adam Silver gave a lifetime ban to Dante Porter. Got a lifetime ban for betting on his own team.
Not only did he get a lifetime ban, he got told he was going to get a lifetime ban the week before when he asked Silver about this.
Yeah.
Wow. So where does this end?
It's a great question, because it's going to be a difficult situation for the NFL, because they're going to be seen as weaker than the NBA when it comes to their players betting on the sport they play. Which, if you remember what Roger Goodell said about gambling going legal, when he was fighting against it, Roger Goodell said it would kill the sport. That betting legalization would kill the NFL.
Yeah. A lot of things were said back in the day. A lot of people kept the receipts. I remember a lot of it because I was in the books wondering, at what point are they going to say this is not a problem?
Right. So we'll watch this story. Obviously, this is a very interesting one to pay attention to, because others are being reinstated. Isaiah Rodgers is not. And look, in the chat, people are saying what Rodgers did is nowhere near what Jonte Porter. You're right. Jonte Porter was involved in his own prop bet. I get that. Okay. Different story, different type of market manipulation. Fine. But Rodgers still bet on football. He bet on the sport he's playing. And that in the NBA gets you expelled for life. So, and this is a guy who went on ESPN, admitted to what he was doing, explained how he did it, and he's not reinstated where others have been because they got a 1-year ban for betting, inside the team locker room, inside the team clubhouse, whatever, like on property. You got a year ban. Rodgers is not being reinstated, at least not yet, by the NFL. So we'll keep our eyes on that, but that's an interesting situation for sure going on there with the NFL on that one. Time for Better to Book It. All right, my baseball bet already died, so we're going to the NBA where...
What was the baseball bet?
Yankees Braves moneyline parlay.
Oh, the Braves are a lock.
Yep. And the Yankees should have...
Braves are playing at home with Elder now pitching as the listed pitcher against the Marlins.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's going to win. That always happens. When you do the day-night parlay, lose the original or lose the first one, second one, bam, problem.
So I'll go find a dance partner for the Braves now that the Yankee bet died.
Okay.
I'll go find a dance partner. Maybe go. See, the Rockies are at home. They're sorry. They're
Rockies are the home dog against San Diego.
Yeah, and then the White Sox are at the Twins, and the Twins suck as bad as the White Sox do. So I got scared off of not betting.
The Twins don't suck as bad as the White Sox.
Look where they are. They suck right now.
They're not good, but
they
don't
suck. I could not bet them. I could not stomach.
Minnesota people.
They're 7-13. They have a negative 25 run differential. They're 3-7
runs
over their last 10. They stink. They stink. So that's why I couldn't do it. So I chose
like the Pirates today. The Pirates are on a 6-game losing streak, and they're playing against the Milwaukee Brewers, who are one of the best teams in baseball.
Rain, you're in my brain. These are the things I was doing. I was looking at who do I want to put the Braves with. I was trying to find a dance partner with the Braves. I chose the Yankees because they were at home on a day game, and I like the pitching matchup. I was wrong. 2-run home run in the 9th for the A's.
Zach Gillo.
Disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. Oh, I appreciate everyone saying Brewers, D-backs, Detroit. So
the Brewers are dogs today. The Pirates are bigger favorites today than they were all weekend against the Red Sox.
So over 209 Phillies with Philly in New York. Under. Obviously, it's my God.
Yeah. You can
have both Embiid and Maxey being out puts me into a tough spot for sure on that one. And then finally Dallas money line against the Vegas Golden Knights tonight.
I like this one. Dallas gets game 1.
Yeah.
But we're in for a long series. This is going to be tough.
Oh, zigzag might work here. Dallas wins game 1, Vegas wins game 2.
Or vice versa.
True. Yeah. But I think Dallas wins tonight, though.
This is, if you're looking at the 4-game home team money line hockey parlay, this one is susceptible to losing.
True. I would agree on that. So, but I do like Dallas to win the game. It'll be tight. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be tight. If you guys are with us live on Sports Grid TV, or you're watching replay on Sports Grid TV, or watching or listening on Sirius XM, we'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time. If you are live on Twitter and or on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the Book. Favorite thing about today, super chats, all coming in bonus time.
Super chats.
How about that? I'm on all 4 draws tonight.
Wow. Auto. We get 4 overtime games tonight?
Well, he doesn't need 4. He needs 2, and he's in the money.
Oh, yeah.
If he gets 2 out of the 4, he's in the money. That's big. Plus 200, plus 300. That's good prices.
Wow.
Let me see.
We get an overtime game tonight?
Like the Bruins game could go OT. I could see that. A draw is plus 320 for the Bruins and the Leafs. That's a great price.
They're all around that same price.
Plus 350 for Islanders Hurricanes.
Right.
Vegas and Dallas is plus 310. And LA and Edmonton is plus 330. He gets 2.
You're good for the week.
He's good. You get 2 and you're good.
Yeah, you get 2. 2 strong. Wow. 1 keeps you in action. I mean,
yes.
You lose 3 units and
right.
you win 320 or 330 or 350. So,
yeah,
wow.
All you need is 1. 1 and you break even. 2 and you're dancing.
1's a small profit, so because you lose 3, they're all plus money. You lose 3 and you win a minimum of 320, the lowest price. So you win 3.2 versus losing 3, so you make 0.2. But wow. Listen, boys, dig in. This is April 22nd. The first weekend of the NHL playoffs started, and now it's every day. We'll be talking about hockey now for the next month and a half, 2 months, whatever it is. I can't wait. Wow.
Interesting. Super chat. Only one that we didn't get to so far. That is from our guy Addison. Max Verstappen, 5 races, 5 fastest qualifier wins.
What?
Plus 100, minus 110, plus 132, minus 275, minus 150. Nobody cares. Let's go hockey. Matt Dave in the Brigade. He said he has bet these prices for 5 races with 5 fastest qualifying for Max Verstappen. He passed on 275. The other 4 he bet. He went 4-0 on those plays. It's a humble brag for F1 that no one cares about. He's right. Hashtag no one cares.
I mean, bets are bet. Wins.
Yeah.
Like that's I like the money bag. Little icon there. That's nice.
That's nice. It's fun.
Get the window.
Favorite thing about today is what?
What other super chats were up there?
We already did them. Yeah, we did them already. There were
Chef Benny had one, right?
We had the one just popped in, a new one. We had that one. Oh, sorry, I missed one for Dave. For you, Boone was ejected because a fan yelled at the ump about a call. The fan was behind Boone. Funniest ejection story from coaching ball. What is yours? Were you ever chucked out?
I voluntarily left the field.
So you were
no, because the other coach, Coach Eric, his dad, was absolutely right about something.
Mm-hmm.
And I chimed in and I said, he is right.
Okay.
And the ump said, you both can go to the parking lot then and talk about it. And I said, are you kicking me out of the game? And he said, no, but he has to leave the field. And Ken wouldn't go anywhere. So I said, hold on. I will walk Ken to the car. And Ken was in his 60s and steam. He wanted to go through the fence. And I said, all right. I said, E, you got this? I'm going to walk your dad up to the car. We got to go for a walk. So I voluntarily left. The other couple times, I got close to getting ejected, but the ump knew I was right, I pulled out the rule book out of my bag and said, do you want to read it? Because I know the rules.
Oh, no.
I have it right here. He goes, you better stop. One more thing. And I was like, and I was holding the book up, and he was getting madder and madder and madder. So there were multiple times. One time in Utah, we were getting completely home team job.
Right. And
Coach Eric got ejected. And I was going to walk the team off the field, but I didn't want to. It was that bad. I'm like, you guys are embarrassing you, the tournament director, and everybody. And I said, all right, to the girls, I'm like, this is part of life. Sometimes you're with a boss, a teacher, or something, and you got to stay in there, and you got to just finish the game. We have to finish the game, because they were like, oh, we kicked Coach Eric out, we should quit. I was like, no, we got to finish the game. So there were multiple times, and then I had a coach come into almost our dugout and said, you and me right now, let's go to the parking lot. I said, get back to the third base coaching box. You want to fight? I said, it's 16U softball. Get a life. What is your problem? So it was close, but that's it.
Interesting. Good stuff there. Never was ejected. I don't think I ever was ejected as a player either. I think I was ever thrown out of a game. I haven't coached much, but I don't think I ever was chucked out of a game. I was given yellow cards a ton. Yeah, no, I was. No, I got a red card. No, that's true. I was. I did get red carded in soccer. Yeah, so I have been ejected. So yes, that I have been red carded. But
I used to have a banter with the officials playing hockey. That was. I wish I had it mic'd up, because I would never stop talking. Like never. But the best was when the defenseman put his stick between my legs, and he got me. Like he lifted up and boom. And he missed the cup, and he gave me a hook.
Oh.
The right one was like I turned around, I wanted to kill him, and the official was looking right at me. And I said, ref, what was that? That's a penalty. And he skates by me as the puck leaves the zone. He goes, it's a tough game in front of the net, son. And I wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill everybody, because I was like, I kind of got back to the bench, and I'm like, that's it. Give me the puck. Give me the puck. We end up winning the game. I told the ref afterward, I said, thank you. You motivated me. I needed that. So, and then I saw him the next game, and I actually gave it back to the defenseman. Cross-check. He put me in the box for 2 minutes. He said, I thought you said it was a rough game in front of the net. Why can they do that to me? So get in the box, 2 minutes, 9. Cross-checking.
Favorite thing about today is what?
Saturday night, you're talking about the Bruins and Leafs game. Saturday night, everything kind of craziness here. Jessica's foray of leaving the house. We've gone to dinner twice, but she's been moving slow. But she wants to go bowling with Grandma, Kelsey, the whole crew. Kendall don't want to go. I need something to do. So I said, all the games will be done. We're going to see DJ Thump at the lacrosse game.
Unbelievable. Las
Vegas Desert Dogs. And I said it. I knew what the answer would be before I asked the question in front of Mama. I said, do you want to go to bowling, or do you want to go to Mandalay Bay with me? Watch the lacrosse game. Without even a hesitation, she goes, with you to the lacrosse game. Perfect. So we had just one-on-one. I like to call it daddy-daughter date, but she hates when I call it that.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So it was my favorite thing about Saturday. It was my favorite thing about yesterday. And I said, I'm going to talk about it today on the show. Spending time with the kids one-on-one is priceless, especially when they know, like, we're leaving at this time. She's a big girl. She's getting ready. She wore her necklace and, had Mama do her hair. We're just going to watch a game. Now, I've seen an indoor lacrosse game, but I hadn't seen a lacrosse game with her.
Right.
We walk in, great ride down, walk through Mandalay Bay, just like we did for the Super Bowl. It's right in that arena. we go to buy the tickets at the box office.
Mhm.
We get somebody who's brand new.
Uh-oh.
No idea what they're doing. Supervisor trying to walk them through. It takes way longer than it should have to get the tickets. We buy seats, go in, we walk in, we get an usher to tell us where to go. No idea where to go. Brand new. At one point, we go then to get food. We get somebody who's brand new.
Wow.
Working the refreshment stand. And my 10-year-old goes, Daddy, how come we get all the new people every time we go somewhere? And I just started laughing. And that's the way the night went. We sit down. I'm watching warm-ups. I didn't look at the line, but I know the Desert Dogs are not good. And I said, all right, who do you like? She said, well, the Desert Dogs are going to win. I said, all right, I'll take Buffalo. Buffalo Bandits. They brought their whole, like people must have said, we're going to Vegas to watch them play. It looked like the movie Slapshot. The entire section behind them was cheering. They all knew their names.
Nice.
It was awesome. So beginning of the game, Buffalo's passing the ball around electric. Like they're way better. I said, boy, Kendall, you're going to have a long night. You should probably root with me. Root for Buffalo. Right then, Vegas scores 2 goals. It's 2-2.
Okay.
She's like, I told you. I said, bro, all right. I said, your last chance. You got to root for Buffalo. I'm just telling you right now. Otherwise, you're going to be against me. She says, all right, that's fine. Desert Dogs. End of story. Buffalo wins 14-5. Blow out. Just destroys them. Everybody celebrates the last game. We walk through Mandalay Bay.
Buffalo sells out the Sabres Arena?
Dude, I'm telling you, that if they don't win the championship, they're going to play for the championship.
Wow.
It was great. But I took a picture and I tagged the Desert Dogs.
Nice.
And us and the show and all this other stuff. And somebody from the team came up and said hello and all this other stuff. But we went through the Mandalay Bay shops afterward. And we stopped in a lid store. Said hello to the person working there. They did not know me because it was the night shift. I'm usually not there. But she got a hat at that store.
Okay.
And then we went to the store next door. And have you heard of this Pura Vida stuff? Like like they got rings and bracelets and all this other stuff in the Bon John surf shop.
Sure.
There you go. She got a ring and a hat.
Okay.
Made her night. Came home. Mama, little jealous. Middle Kelsey, you got a ring and a hat? I said, little one-on-one time with Daddy was fun. Just saying. You guys should try it a little more often.
Whoa.
It was priceless. It was great. Like, take time, spend time. You do it with Maddie. I do it with each one of the
Roger
kids.
you're calling your kid Bubba? I thought I was the only one who did that. That's what I call Madeline. I call Madeline Bubba.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she calls me bro. That's what she calls me, bro. So that favorite thing about today is still my favorite thing about today from Saturday.
That's great.
One-on-one time with kids.
Yeah, nothing. Awesome. It's tremendous. Madeline is a lot going on in this house this week. Just FYI, I got a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening here. You guys may hear, I don't know. So Amanda's here, guys. So she's here with her son. So
in Vegas, boys.
She's in Vegas. So Madeline's gonna have a fun little afternoon. Madeline she's testing for her figure skating today. She's gonna have a full-on audience. And she was like, whoa, I got a full-on audience today. So it's gonna be fun to watch her do that. So it's going to be a fun week. It's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be one of those weeks I talk about for a long time, back in like in 6, 7, whatever years. It'll be one of those things we'll have this conversation. But if you hear weird things during the week, cats crying, whatever, just FYI.
Oh,
on the show,
I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of sounds are you expecting?
On to the show we're talking about. Yeah, on the show. She will not, Amanda's not coming on the show. No guest appearance. She's already nixed that before she ever got here. She said, not yet. At some point, but not yet. No. She's already crossed it off. Her son, though, Brooks, wants to come on the show, so he may make an appearance, but we'll see how that goes. So we'll see where we go.
What day are they supposed to be leaving back to?
Friday afternoon.
It's only Monday.
Right.
We'll see between now and then what we can do.
For what? See. Oh, to convince her to come on the show?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
We'll see.
Good luck. I've already told her. I said the door's open. She's like, I'm not going to be there during the show, so there's no chance for me to even go on the show. So, okay.
Going to really mess her time zone thing up, though. Like this is when she watches the show at night.
She normally watches the show in the afternoon. So like when her
work she watches the live, right? So she watches
it live.
Yeah.
So now it's during the middle of the day, but she's out in the strip going around. They're on the strip today, so we'll see.
Oh,
yeah, I would agree. Plus 850. Yeah, I agree. CBW. It's a dead long shot. It's a complete long shot. Maybe on Roll Call Friday though. Maybe on the way out she might do it. That's a good point, Chef Benny. She might do a Roll Call Friday. That might be something we could do. She just texted me, "What's your address?" Uh-oh. We need to go take care of that. So, all right,
keep that dog away from them.
They're completely caged and drugged at the moment. So, literally caged and drugged. The dogs are currently at the moment. Thank you for being here, guys. We appreciate it. We'll be back same time tomorrow.
Sure.
We got a lot of things going on this week. A lot of fun stuff's going to happen. If you guys are looking forward to seeing, well, if you like hockey and like basketball, buckle up because we'll have a lot of it coming up over the next couple of days for the NHL and NBA playoffs for sure. He is Dave. I'm Matt. We're back tomorrow. Tuesdays, BVB.